Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping in track, I was left up suspension. I drove it so fast that I flew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since. I was out with the D, I might slip my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running street, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it open. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just ripped the jersey. It's the first half, and we done dropped 30. We just up the score on them boys, man. I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Money on my mind. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe. You know how I play. I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly. I turn it up hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights. I'm shining so bright. This visor to cover my face. You see me working and working. I'm getting it done. And soon they be feeding me grapes. I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. They screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, Bobby had the Steeler. I hop on the beat and I float like a real. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking thanks, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them. Wear down. I'm in LA, riding around in the round. My dog just called, say he finna touchdown. When I call a play, you won't hear a sound. Hold up. Money call it right now. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how. All I know is man, yeah, I'm 10 toes down. I keep my head high and my eyes on the prize. Yeah, my feet on the ground. Let's go. I told my boys, it ain't no limits. No. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game.
About 3 inches of the white stuff has fallen, and the prognosticators say still 3 to 5 more to come tonight in Chicago as we welcome you to football under the lights at snowy Soldier Field. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears. Get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell, and off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football. This will be fielded inside the 5, and he won't quite make it to the 25. Jackson, first play, going to throw. Open man downfield is Duvernay. And out across midfield down to the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. The slot man in motion right. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense. For the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. The quick feet by Jackson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. The tackle by Robert Quinn. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now receiver in motion left. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it can be tipped up and picked off.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
One play action. Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Off play action. Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing again is Fields. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise. And now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Now Dobbins again on second down. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. In motion right is Watkins. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that?
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. John Ross, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Maxwell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Another run here with Dobbins. Room here to run. There he goes, right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. 98 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. The scoreboard tells the story for them, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 10. Fields going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles. But that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown, and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters. But in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that, because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
A final shot before the break. Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Play action. It's Fields.
And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 52. Check 31. Check 31.
Now it's Fields.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
Steps away.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
In motion right is Jones. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Fields. Left side, got Jones.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First down, a run with Cohen. So they'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
Again, it's Cohen.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Tariq Cohen. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Matt Eberflus is going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2.
Hunt going to run for it. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And some space here.
137 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Down inside the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Dobbins trying the left side.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he's got it down to the 28.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What do we call them? Run fits? Everyone was in the right place.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll buy some time right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Tucker left that one out to the right. It's no good, off the mark, and this will stay a 2-score game at 16.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me, because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digit. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've
got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. John Ross, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
Hunt going to run for it. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you, and make sure they touch it.
Sliding out of the pocket. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick-6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead is hanging by a thread after that pick-6, but look, they're still in the driver's seat. Now the question, how aggressive will they be on this drive? Time to find out.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. He's got a man. Complete. to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Jackson on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 29. 156 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds. And then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Running left is Henderson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Darrell Henderson scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Ravens are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Jones will come now in motion right. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields caught by Jones. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Loose inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Velus Jones, 75 yards. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. from the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now Dobbins. And some room to roam now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 205 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Ready. 6 yards left on 2nd down. A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys are able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Going to get this to Cohen and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Fields. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Jackson going for it all. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Jackson to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. I tell you what, the snow, not only did it not dampen the crowd's enthusiasm, they were great, but it didn't slow down the offenses either.
Let's start with the first thing you said, the crowd. Normally when it snows, what do you want to do? You bundle up, right? You don't get out of your seat. You don't cheer as loudly. That didn't happen with this crew. They were into it. And then the second part, offenses execute at a high level when you expected maybe to see.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birth most of the chains in the